Na mtazamaji, karibu sana katika kipindi nilichokienzi sana Talk It Up, na mie hapa Johnstone Smart. Hii leo tunazidisha mazungumzo yetu kuhusu changamoto ambazo zinawakumba wanaume ama the boy child. Katika studio ninaye Dennis, mwite Reverend Dennis, ambaye atatusaidia sana pakubwa kueleza zaidi na kwa upana ni vipi mwanaume anaweza kujisaidia katika hizi changamoto zinazomkumba kila kuchao. Dennis, karibu sana katika studio zetu.
Asante sana. Mr. Smart, asante kwa kunikabidhi hii nafasi.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you so very much. Yes.
So today we talk about the violence that is always angled on men,
yes,
or to a man.
Yes.
That in a society, the violence that always happens at a larger extent,
yeah,
is always focused on the boy child.
Yes.
Why is it that the boy child is at the center of violence when it comes to such in the society?
Thank you for that brilliant question, and I would approach that in many angles. Number one is through the lenses of culture. Through the lenses of culture in many dimensions. Just coming back now to how we've been brought up. We are from Kenya, and this is Africa.
Yeah.
And there's a way we've been wired. Like when I was growing up, I have children now. When I was growing up as a little boy, I remember my dad telling me, you know, when I have some little issues here and there, maybe about myself, he's like, mwanaume hapaswi kulia.
Yes.
Mwanaume hapaswi kulia kabisa.
Unakanyagia tu.
Ukilia wasichana watakuchekelea, you know. So that perspective that you know we are supposed to hold it. We are supposed to hold that bitterness. We are supposed to hold that pain within us, even though it's hurting.
Yes.
You know, and it's a culture. It's a culture thing. You find that you cannot. The culture will judge you in a way.
Yeah.
If you express yourself in a way that is, it's called nowadays usikue na umama, you know. Yeah. It's called nowadays usikue na umama. It has now a name. So that is number one, culture. That the African perspective that a man is supposed to be bold. There is a way they describe it. Yeah. Man is not supposed to cry. Man is not supposed to show
the weaker
part of it. Yeah, shedding a tear before your parents, before your siblings, before the rest of the people. It's like it's not allowed in Africa. Yeah. It means that you are not a man. Maybe you're something else that I don't know.
Perhaps you're still growing up, or you haven't grown to be a man.
Yes, you do not have the muscles. You do not have whatever it takes to be a man. And, you know, girls were being told, laugh at him, because, you know, he's not yet a man. And that would really, you know, kinda like press you on the corner and, you know, send you on a parking that men should not cry.
Sure.
Yeah, men should not express themselves. So that is number one. Number two is about human rights window that today, currently, even now, from the past angle that I've touched about the expressive point of view. Today, if you check even in our constitution, the constitution of our Republic of Kenya, there is no framework on issues of men. There is framework on the articles on sexual harassment. Yeah. But the constitution of our nation today has no point of orders when a man is harassed, when a man has issues around, you know, domestic violence and so on and so forth. It's easier today. If you walk today in a police station, and you tell the police officers, I've been harassed by my woman, by my wife, by my girlfriend, they will laugh at you, you know.
Definitely.
Where are you coming from? When you are happy, you know. They will just look at you and say, you know, you are not a man. You're not a man.
Yeah.
So, and if today you like harass or molest or do, you know, just kuangalia tu msichana vibaya, na huyo msichana anakimbia kwa police station anasema ya kwamba this man wants to rape me. That is intention. And intention is taken seriously in the law. So you'll be punishable.
Sure.
So there is a lot around that spectrum building on why is violence, why is boy child suffering. That today is suffering because there is nobody. If you check out the law, we are not protecting.
Yes.
We are not protecting our men. We are not protecting our boys. It's not only from the family that today many men experience domestic issues and they cannot tell nobody.
Others are beaten,
Yes.
Yeah.
Others, they're so depressed. Others have resorted to suicide. And I was just reading another article, and it's alarming that young men in between 23 years to about 35 years, there is a high rate on suicidal matters. That they are the only way that they want to end their matters is through suicide. And it's really, 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 really sad.
So
that
where do we drive the root cause of all these?
I think that there is very minimal windows of expression for men, because the way we've been wired as men, we are not supposed to talk much. In fact, and that goes back to your background. And currently, that is coming up so loudly that now at least men are coming out speaking about themselves and speaking about what they are going through. It's not like ladies. Once you date a lady, you just show some interest on her, she'll go out telling her girlfriends. But vice versa, we don't do that,
Yes.
You'll just look on a cheek and then you're like, okay, there's something that I want to do with you, and so on and so forth, and then you keep it to yourself. And then maybe after some few years is now when you will tell your guys, I am high on this cheek, and so on and so forth. So they express their arts, just immediately, explosively. They don't keep anything.
Yeah, unlike on the other hand, about the men.
Yes.
They rarely do that.
They rarely do that.
And we even don't know why. Like, they don't exactly open up.
Maybe number one is because of how will they be perceived. Perception.
All right.
Perception matters a lot. Because,
so in other words, there is fear for perception, how the society is looking at you.
Because there will be stigma. There will be, okay, huyu mwanaume alikuwa anachapwa na mke wake, sasa alikuwa anakuja kutuambia, and everybody will be laughing. Yule mwanaume anachapangwa na mke wake, and so on and so forth. And men, because of their ego, we don't like that.
So if this case is taken to your fellow men, perhaps they're also contributing to your weakness.
Yes.
Like they are stamping what exactly you are going through.
Yes.
And they're not helping.
Yeah, they're not helping.
Because to some, you'll tell them your problem.
Yes.
And they escalate it.
Yes.
To some extent that may not be so good in society.
Yes. It will become a laughter. It will become a laughter thing. As they take their beers out there, you'll be a laughing stock. So, just as you are asking, there are minimal platforms for us to express ourselves.
Yes.
And speaking about that, today many men do not go to church. I'm thinking about now, how can we answer this? There are many platforms, like now where I'm coming from, because I'm a pastor, and so many people come to me, not only from the church where I shepherd at Trinity Community Chapel, Kitui, but also other places. You find that many women come for counseling, unlike men.
Okay.
And she'll just stay there for 1 hour and express herself, and she tears down, and that's all. She's cooled down, unlike men. And I want you to, I just want you to carry this homework home. Go to some of these churches and do your homework very, very well. Many women, attend services. There are many in churches. They attend. So many of our churches have women in high number. As compared to men. Many men do not go to church. So spiritual therapy is also very, very much important.
Sure.
Spiritual therapy, that we seek counseling. That's also another alternative. Where do you go to church? Can your pastor speak to you? And not only just speaking, but approach of professional counseling is also very, very much important. At some point, I've gone for counseling, not just for marriage, but many, many aspects, because I'm a career person. And you find that at some point you're in subtle, you do not know what to do next. So all of us, whether in marriage, whether in career, whether in parenting, we need an eye opener. We need somebody to guide us with an eye of, you know, of experience that I've been through this track. Can you help me? Many marriages now are breaking because young boys and young girls are getting to marriage without a plan. There is no premarital counseling. Only what they want to get is just to have sex. They don't know the results of it.
And putting into danger the coming generation.
Yes.
Where men now are looked down upon.
Yes.
And they are not behaving per se as the word men has to.
Yes.
So in other words, you get the society now putting a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
And yet the root cause of something was really not built well as it is right now.
It was
Maybe as we are getting to this break, as we come back, we talk about how we help this boy from the grassroots to the level of being a man. What does it entail for one to be a man? Not really having the muscles, not speaking out loud, not with the voice, not with the bass that you have. A man still remains a man, whether with the bass or the soprano voice.
Of course, yes.
Hope I've hit that right.
You've done so. You've done so. You've done so.
So
Still a man.
So let's hold on right there.
Yes.
Na mtazamaji, tunapochukua tu mapumziko machache, tutarejea na kuzungumzia zaidi ni vipi tunaweza msaidia huyu bwana aliye pale nje, huyu mwanaume. Je, wewe ni mwanaume ambaye una matatizo ama una changamoto ambazo zinakukumba wewe, na wajiuliza ni vipi unaweza kuzitatua? Jumuika nami kuanzia sasa hadi tamati mwa hiki kipindi na usibanduke.
Welcome back. We have been touching a lot about men and the angles of violence against them. Back to you, Smart.
Well, Dennis, you've done well, man. You have a face for TV.
Thank you. Thank you.
Have you ever thought of that?
Yes, I did, and I tried.
What happened?
I was never picked. I was never picked. Yeah. But I was a little bit shy.
Okay.
Yeah, part of what we're gonna talk about, evolution of men. Yes.
Beginning from there.
Yes.
What is your story when it comes to men and violence? What is your story as an individual? A story that touched you as Dennis.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, just to tell a little bit about myself, I've grown up in a Christian family. My parents are both alive, but at some point when at I think age 3, my parents had issues, and that really battered me to a point of I could not see my dad for the longest time. And I remember while in high school, he never showed up, even in any of my school visits. Even in the university, he was not that close, so that affected me. It affected my self-esteem. Yeah, it affected my approach of things. I was not quick. I was not bold. I was not brave, because I needed that face of a lion around me just to be able to bold. Just to be able to mold me up. Yeah, so there's that bit that I missed, and I came to recover it at some point through a church pastor who was like my godfather, who helped me just to be able to recover that. Yeah, so that's why I was not picked.
It must have been so tough for you moving through, or rather going through the situation to where you are now. How did it feel?
I felt isolated. I felt as if I didn't have identity. I felt as if marriage is a fiction. It doesn't work. I felt that all fathers need to go to hell. Yeah, and it affected me that there was no sense of marriage even for me in future.
Wow.
Yeah.
In your journey to recovery,
Yeah.
you said you met you were into Christian counseling.
Yes.
Yeah. So how did you recover from that? Because it's not easy, per se.
Yes.
Really not easy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think because when just to give you evolution of a man,
All right.
from a child to an adolescent to an adult, you know, the metamorphosis of it. What you see your dad do is exactly what will be replicated in your life.
It's a replica of what you do.
It's a replica of what you will do in future when you are grown up. So when you are young, what you saw your father do to your mother, it will affect you either positively or negatively. So my father was absent, when I needed him at my adolescent time. There's this change of behavior, change of whatever as you're growing up.
You
notice this deep voice, you notice some places are germinating.
And you're like,
and you're like, okay, who are you going to ask?
Yeah.
And other times you need an affirmation, Yeah, I was a bright boy in school, so there was nobody to congratulate me and tell me, young man, you're doing well. I never got that. And, so there was that sense of that. So, so the aspect of a father in someone's life,
yes,
it's very, very much important. Because I've told you that the way you see what happens within a nuclear family, it's very, very much important.
Yes.
Back to my journey of recovery, when this pastor noticed me and he noticed that I was so acting, I was so acting to a point nobody could joke with me. I felt that these people don't respect me, don't respect my personal values, and I thought I'm not respected. Nobody wants me around them, and I was defensive. I found myself defensive.
Right.
So at that point, this pastor came to me, knew my story, and was like, please give me an opportunity. I want to walk a journey with you. And, I began on, I was receptive. So we used to go to camps together. He used to talk to me, and a lot really changed. I was really, really short-tempered. I was so rigid to myself. I was not expressive. I was not decisive. I had a lot in my heart, and I just realized that I was so haunted. And he came to me and wore the boots of my father as a foster father, and now started nurturing me. So when I was in high school, he kept on calling me, how are you doing? Please come pass by my place, and he kept on following me up. Even now, he has kept on following me up. Yeah. Wow. So that really changed my story.
Wow.
Yes.
And there are very many people going through this situation
there
right now
people.
As we speak.
Yes.
And they're wondering, how do I get out of this?
Yes.
Because if you really don't have someone to guide you,
yes,
things may collapse along the way.
Yes.
And perhaps you get yourself into a situation
yes,
that may ruin your life forever.
Yes.
We have seen a lot of young men out there into drugs
yes,
and all sort of behavior that is not good.
Yes.
But not their own willing. I mean, they don't do that because they really want it.
Yes.
But perhaps the situation may have brought that.
Yes.
Because someone spoke about the voice that as a man, do you need a voice to speak out for you to be known as a man?
Amazing,
Do you have to shout out for people to know that you're a man?
You do not have to.
It's happening out there. That's the struggle men are going through. They want to be heard.
Yeah, and I concur with you in many, many ways. Today, people are rushing to the bank to EPS loans on themselves just because I saw so and so driving a good car. There's a lot of pressure in the family, on the circles of career, on the circles of family, and so on and so forth. So what I would say is that we all belong to the society at some point. And I will not judge that single mother who is raising her boys. I will not judge them. But every one of us deserves love. They deserve to be loved. They deserve to be loved. And there's a way mothers connect with their, daughters connect with their fathers. And sons connect with their mothers. You know, there's that chemistry of parenthood. And once you miss that when you're growing up, you will always feel, I have a void inside me, you know? So there's that, but it's not late. It's not late. Some of us who are leading churches today, we can step in. We can step in and help as pastors. Because I don't know what happened to that single mother. Some it could be domestic. And then for how long will they stay in an abusive marriage? You need to pull out and, you know, take some time out. So we need to step in as foster fathers and try to raise them up. You could be listening to us and you have, you know, you are there and you're like asking, now what do I do?
Absolutely.
There's also another issue of uncles. You can give out your son to your brother. Who is they can be mentored, you know, that uncle.
To be nurtured.
They can be nurtured so well. Yes. There's also this aspect of, you know, even when you're 50 years, you still need to be loved. And I know around the church circular, around your family values, you cannot lack somebody who you can trust yourself with. All of us need somebody we feel vulnerable to. All of us.
So Dennis,
deserve love.
Dennis, what was this secret that you heard or realized could change your life forever after the situation you've just narrated a while ago? What was that secret that you realized was to change your life forever as you are today? You're a reverend, you're a pastor, you're a church, you're a book writer, you're a counselor at the same time.
Yes. I think my life is drawn, it has so many faces, and one of my inspiration, which is like the password of my life, is just to depend on God. That people today can change. Even your mother can just decide, I am walking out of you. And just how many children have been abandoned on the streets? Many of them.
Several.
Yeah. How many marriages are now broken?
Many.
Many people.
Uncounted.
Yes, have walked out of divorces today, and others are orphaned today, you know, because of maybe family issues that came up and so on and so forth. It's good that you pick your pieces and walk again. It's good that you walk towards restoration. Don't think about how you were growing up. If some of us would, you know, that's good. That is very, very limiting. If some of us would still be old in our past, we would not be here. So it's very, very much important you forget what really happened out there.
So one key thing is to forget.
Yes, bury that hatchet of your past. Yes, make peace with your past. And it's good to establish where you're coming from, that is okay. But you don't carry that bitterness with you. That was a matter between your mother and your father. You cannot be your mother, you cannot be your father. And some of these things, they're too hard. You know, they're too hard even to give solutions. So don't keep on blaming yourself. Why is it that this never happened? I wish I get my dad today. I wish I get my mother today. That is the past. That is past. It's now about you.
Yes.
Because this future lies on you. They had their future and now you've got your future. So it's you to get to know how are you going to build your future.
So Dennis, I'm a man.
Yes.
I'm down there watching this
broadcast
program right now.
Yes.
And I'm wondering, how do I get out of this? Like, it's hard, man.
Yes.
Really hard to
Yes.
get out of what I am in.
Yes. Make a decision. Decisions are hard to make, but sometimes we have to make a decision. And say, I have been into this mess for so long. Call yourself in a committee. Call yourself in a committee.
Jiite mkutano.
Yes. Audit yourself.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
See the downfalls. Some of us, we're still thinking about what our fathers never did for us. That you're still bitter today because your father never paid you school fees. Come on. And he's dead many years ago.
You know what? We're going to speak about why men are few in churches.
All right.
In the next, not right now.
Yes.
But we're gonna elevate that talk in the future.
I'll be
because
waiting.
it's a really nice one.
Yes.
I know you've got a lot to dissect about it.
Yes.
Parting shot.
Yes.
Facing that camera over
Yes.
there. In less than a minute.
Yes.
What message can you give out to the boy child?
Yeah, I've got this wonderful message to all of us who are watching us, all over the world. You are a very unique person. Very, very unique. Whether you are a Luo, whether you are a Kamba, whether you are whatever ethnic, you are very, very unique. Let nobody destroy your life. Let nobody destroy your life. You've got to make a decision by saying, this is how the pattern of my life will be. And that decision can haunt your life forever or can take you to your destiny. So you've got, the ball is on your court. It's you to make a decision. Don't hold on to the past. Please, if you have to make a step, make a bold step. But you have to let go of the past. The life that you're going to live, it's determined by the decision you're going to make today. Thank you for watching this show. God bless you.
Wow, wow, wow. That has been Reverend Dennis. Dennis, you've got a lot of wisdom, man.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming on this show.
Thank you.
I know the man out there has been educated.
Amazing, yeah.
And he's going to get out of that situation that is itchy and be a man.
Sure.
It's not about muscles.
Sure.
Yeah. It's not about the best voice.
Yes. It's not about
you
many
don't
cars
have the best, but you got the voice, man.
Yes, thank you.
You got the voice.
Thank you.
You got the voice in writing.
Yeah.
You owe me a book.
Oh, yes, I do.
For signing.
Yes, I do.
Can you call that a wrap?
Yes, we do.
Man.
Yes,
oh man. The show is hot.
Yes. Thank you.
Na mtazamaji, ni mimi hapa Johnstone Smart, tumekuwa tukizungumzia masuala ya wanaume. Yaani wanaume wanapitia mambo mengi sana katika jamii, lakini wanaghadhabika sana. Ni wapi wafanye nini na waende wapi? Lakini Dennis, ambaye ni mchungaji, mwite Reverend, ametueleza mengi sana kuhusu hizi changamoto na jinsi ya kuzitatua, kwamba wewe uwe wa kipekee na ujiite mkutano katika masuala mengi ambayo yanakukumba katika maisha yako. Jikubali, alafu usonge mbele jinsi itakavyo. Niite Johnstone Smart katika Talk It Out, mara nyingine tena, majaliwa yake Mwenyezi Mungu. Swadakta.